Welcome to my reloading intro. This is Rob Goebel on YouTube, Archery Rob on Rumble. I'm trying to deal the best I can with some of these community standards on this one platform, but freedom isn't free unless you defend it. Okay, so I'm out here in the reloading or my casting bench again, and this is the M&P Colt 45 carbine mold, and it's supposed to be 275 grain, and there's the hollow points in it. It's hard to see. This is the short hollow points. There's two here, and then two dimple points. I'll show you all these inserts in a little bit. And when you put this together, your pins have to be on the right hand side, because I don't know if I can, you can't see it, but on my lead core pot, 20-pound pot, the slide for the mold is on the left side, and I put it together the first time. I put the pins on the left side and it wasn't working there. So just a little tidbit, make sure you put the pins on the right hand side if you're using the same mold. We'll turn around here and show you this stuff, the bullets. Okay, so here is a Pentagon tip. They're squared off pretty good, and here's one of the Pentagon bullets. They weigh in with pure lead at 275 grains and 0.6. And then we have the large round point or hollow point, and here's one of those. It's 265 grains, and small hollow point, which is right here. It doesn't look a lot different, it's just not as deep. And that's 275 grains, about the same as the pentapoint. And then here's the dimple hollow point insert, and here's the dimple bullet right there. So there you go. So I'm going to wind up loading these. I'm going to take and load these bullets, two each, into 45 Colt, shoot them through the 1858 conversion cylinder into a barrel out here and test them for expansion. I was not very happy with the 200 grain round nose flat point going out of there 750, 800 feet per second. They did not expand very well, so that's why I bought this mold. I want to test that, and that added onto this video here and tested. Also going to use this same mold and make some wheel weight ones for my Akira and see how they expand when they're shot 1800 feet per second out of the muzzle loader for the inline. So hold on, we'll do some more stuff here shortly. All right, we're back now, and it's water barrel testing time. I've got some with clays, and like this one here, this is clay's small hollow point. It goes small hollow point, large hollow point, penta, and then the dimple. And the dimple, or the small hollow point, is 275 grains. The large hollow point is 265 grains. The penta point is 275 grains, and the dimple is 280. These are loaded with 3.9 grains of clays, and about just under 11,000 psi, and getting anywhere from 701 to 719 estimated with GRT. These over here, the same rounds, and they're loaded with 16 grains of 4227. Now get this, these are going 862 feet per second to 869 feet per second. So these are going quite a bit faster to use more powder. So This clays is a little, seems nice for the 200, but it's getting unpredictable and very hard to spiking pressures quickly in these heavier bullets and as you go up. So the pressure exceeds pretty quickly. I don't think you could, maybe 4.1 and you could really be pushing it, but hey, let's get to shooting. Okay, here's the first shot. Clay's small hollow point right here. Put up now, a small hollow point. I gotta dig the bullet out. Well, that's not very impressive. There's a little deformation. Not much better than around no soft point, so let's try some others. Okay, so here is Clay's large hollow point. It's much deeper. So, ready with a large hollow point? You gotta dig it out. Here's the Clay's large hollow point. It opened up more, but yeah, I guess muzzle energy matters. We're gonna try the other two Clays and then on to the 4227. Okay, next up is the Clay's pentagon point. There is the, it's about as deep as a large hollow point, but it's got a different shape and a little more weight. Okay, there's the pentagon point in the cylinder. Get ready to shoot it. Dig it out. Well, here's the pentagon point. It kind of took the roundness off the nose and flattened out the front of the pentagon. Didn't do too much. I don't think 700 feet per second is enough. So, last one. Last one of the Clays is the Clay's dimple point. It's a heavier bullet. Of course, it's going to be going slower. I don't expect much at all. Here's the dimple point in the chamber, getting ready. Here we go. Dig it out, not expecting much. All right, so here's the dimple. There's the side profile. Didn't do much at all. I might as well just be around this flat point bullet at 700 feet per second. It's how the points are less than effective for what they should be doing. All right, so next up is the 4227. 16 grains, small hollow point. Now, this one's going 869 feet per second according to quick loads, which is a full almost 160 feet per second faster. So I'm hoping this works better. I gotta load the gun and be ready. Here's the 4227, small hollow point in the gun. Here we go. Definitely had more force. Water kicked up more. That's a little better. I'm not crazy with it, but I can't make them too much faster. So we can look at them all later, but that's the small hollow point. Here is the 4227 large hollow point. There's that. This is going 800, or was it 864 feet per second. There is the large hollow point in the gun. Gotta dig it out. Okay, so here is the large hollow point. I think with 860 feet per second, we're at least getting some spread on it. So it's not quite like I'd hope or wish, but not like 9mm does for me, but that's not too bad. That would slow it down, transmit some energy pretty good. That's better. So here is the 4227 penta point. We're gonna shoot that here. Okay, here's the penta point in the revolver, ready to go. In case I didn't mention this, all of these rounds are pure lead. Since this is 1858, with a conversion cylinder, Pieta, so it shoots pure lead, and I would want to shoot wheel weight so we get even less expansion. I'll dig it out and be back. Woo, Papa's got something here. Look at that, pentapoints. The pentapoint is flowering itself out. Look at it. Isn't she pretty? Oh, this might be my favorite. One more with a dimple, but I ain't expecting much, but we'll look at these here. I might be liking this one. Well, next up is the 4227 dimple. There's the dimple. Well, I tell you, I loaded the AR with that 4227 because I thought 223, you know, a lot of people shoot bolt guns with it. It was going to work great. Well, I went and cycled the AR, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to use with this stuff. Well, now I think I do. With pentapoints. But here, off to the dimple. Last one in the shot in this test range here. There's a dimple in the chamber ready to go. This one slows down to a paltry 862 feet per second. I know it's not much else, but I don't think that is going to expand anywhere near as well as that pentapoint did. So let's see. All right. I got to dig that out, and I'll be back with the last one. All right, so the dimple point did just like I expected, just like the clays, even the large hollow points did. Not much expansion, just flowered a little. So, hey, there you go. I think my experiment meant something. Clays, even though I shoot it with 200, make some nice plinking rounds. Had 4.6 grains for 200 grain round nose flat point, but when it comes to these hollow points, oh baby, it's 4227 and the pentapoint, it seems. Okay, so here we are back into the garage, and I laid out a chart with the 4227s on the top and the clays on the bottom. These are the two small hollow points. Not a huge difference. The two large hollow points, a little bit more expansion. There's the pentapoints, 4227 clays, and look at that. Ooh, yeah, she gets me excited. And there's the dimple point. It expands more with 4227, but not a lot, so look at that. Let me flip it over on this side. Yes, look at that. And that's nice. So, all right. So, I hope y'all learned something here. I can do some measurements on it, and then we'll see. All right, so here we are. I brought them inside, and there's this small hollow point for clays. That says 0.530. It's in the shadow. Large hollow point, 0.55. Pentapoint didn't have enough energy, I guess, so it was 0.493. The dimple point was 0.489. Now remember, these are 700 feet, or just over. Now here's the 4227. Small hollow point is 542. Large hollow point is 0.653, which isn't too bad, but there's that penta at 0.845. That's really nice. And the dimple at 0.535. So these are all going about 860 feet per second or faster. So that's why we got that. But there's that penta point. That's really beautiful. Hey, well, now y'all remember these are pure lead, and I hope you enjoy. Try some of this stuff yourself. Just be careful. I spent a lot of time trying to figure out how much I could use, and the numbers that I got for GRT was drastically different for 4227 compared to quick loads. No one's quick loads. I mean, I'm talking, GRT was telling me things were safe, like it's 17 grains, and quick loads was screaming, no, don't do it. So be careful and compare things. If you're reloading, be dedicated and careful. Y'all enjoy.